Hi guys, and happy Sunday, happy weekend. And as you can see, we got some hair talk today. I went ahead and I got brave, and I was doing so much research on the color that's called Overtone, and it is a leave-in conditioner that puts hair color in your hair. And I've always wanted to try like copper or like orangey, and I went for it last night, and I was scared because, at almost 40, I'm like, I didn't know what I felt. But I could say that at almost 40, I finally found my color. And I'm excited and I'm loving it. So the products that I'm using today, believe it or not, are Diva Curl. So I have the Diva Curl Coconut Leave-In Cream. I have the Believe In, and no, it's not the Believe In. I have the gel, and then the other gel, I don't remember what it's called. And I did wash it last night, and this is what we got this morning. It's nice. It's just, a big mess right now, but I'm excited, all right? So today we are taking a look at the energy for the week of November 18th to November 24th. Now, this week, it's one of those weeks that we want to stay in our toes because the Sun and Mars change signs, and Mercury finally enters retrograde. And let's go ahead and begin. Now, the deck that we're using today is called the Adinkra Ancestral Guidance Cards, and I've been working a lot with this deck. Been creating some spreads with it that will be coming to the shop soon. Now, if you guys are always sending me messages, how can you schedule a reading? Just head over to my shop, www.lightwitchtarotshop.com, and go to the part that is tarot readings and readings. I know a lot of people get overwhelmed if there are over 100 different types of readings. I tend to remind people I've been offering readings for almost 25 years. So there is a lot. There is a lot of different choices that you have. I always tell people, if you don't know which one you're looking for, start with a guidance reading. Guidance readings are, they cover everything. And right now, because we're having the gratitude sale, all the readings are save anywhere from $10 to $20, and they're at $35. So right now I have openings starting in February. I am almost fully booked all the way till January, which I know it's a long wait, but it is worth it, right? And let's go ahead and begin. So just like last week, we are not pulling out a card for Monday, Tuesday. We are pulling out our community cards for the whole entire energy of the week. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shuffle it, and then we're gonna just choose 3 cards. And what we are going to take a look here is the energy and what I feel with this. So the first card that we have is Sankofa, right? It just says, go back and get it. This is still very Mercury based. And basically this is something about that. If there is something that you left undone, this is the week that's going to come up as that anxiety. When we know that we have something to finish, but we keep putting it in the back burner, we're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And then when we finally complete it, it's like, whew, like you can breathe. So seeing Sankofa is the energy that this week you may feel anxious about something that needs to be gone. You need to relook at it, you need to work with it, and you need to finish whatever it was that you started. Because if you don't go there, and I know it could be a little bit, annoying, or just a little bit like something that we may not want to do. If we don't do this, what's going to happen is it's going to settle in as anxiety. You know what I'm talking about? That anxiety that I have to do something and I have to get this done, but I just choose not to, right? So I like how we start off the week right before the end of the year, kind of saying, let's get this done, let's finish it. Now, when we take a look at the next card, we're seeing Adinkra, which is the king of the Adinkra symbols. Now, this represents kind of that leadership energy, that charisma, that personality. Now, what this is all about is, you may have felt a little bit down in energy to the point that you have agreed to stuff that you don't want to do, only because you don't want to deal with not agreeing, and you don't want to deal with how the other person may come back and feel if you were to say no. So this week you're gonna feel it coming back, right? You're gonna feel your power coming back to you. So this is a great week to reclaim your power. This is a great week that if honestly you don't want to do it, go ahead and say no. However they perceive it, it's on them. What we see here is remembering that you are a leader, but you also have this charisma. You also have this nurturing ability that you can just have it in full balance. I can be a complete analytical person and still trust my intuition to the T. So what we see here is bringing more balance and more self-trust, but working with the self-worth. Right? A lot of times we feel down in the dumps and we almost kind of like lay there and let people step all over us. I don't know about you guys. I've done that, right? And it does not feel good. And then eventually we stand up and we're like, wait a minute. Stop walking over me, right? I have a voice. I want to be heard. So that energy, we're going to start feeling it, which is still shedding that skin, which is still becoming more secure in who we are in our journey. Now, the next one that we have is Patapo. Now, when we have Patapo, this card kind of represents the pacification knot. Now, what we see here is working a lot with forgiveness and reconciliation. And I probably said that word wrong. But what we see here with forgiveness is one of those that's extremely hard to work with, because every time that we're working with healing and we have to then enter the forgiveness part, we are so programmed to believe that if I forgive, let's say somebody did me wrong or somebody did something traumatic to me, we are under the impression that if I forgive, that it means that they're okay. What you did to me was okay. No, the only reason why you want to work with forgiving and forgiveness is to allow yourself to move on. It has nothing to do with what they did was okay. Of course it's not. But what you're doing to yourself, holding on to this pain and anger, that's not okay for you. So it's almost like if you were a victim of something and you raised yourself like the phoenix and you still just stood right back up and said, you're not going to make me a victim. What happened to me is not who I am. But if we're still harboring feelings of anger, of pain, and we're afraid to bring them to the light, we are not being nice to ourselves. So we are still making ourselves in that pain. So seeing Patapo come through is working with that forgiveness. Now, reconciliation, let's say that we had a falling out with somebody, but maybe it's Scorpio and Mercury got the best out of us, right? And this person actually means a lot. And it could have just been a little tiff of, somebody said something and we misunderstood and now we're not talking to each other. This is a great week to begin the healing process with that person, right? You only want to work on reconciling with somebody who is amazing to you. When we're talking about forgiveness, it's allowing yourself to heal and being able to move on. Now, forgiveness is not an overnight thing. If it took years for us to become traumatized and it took years for us to heal that part, forgiveness may take a few years to accomplish. But the point here is not how long it takes us. The point here is to allow ourselves to heal and move on, right? Because that's where the wisdom comes through. So I love, I don't know about you guys, I love the way that this deck kind of just spoke in a very soft manner. Now, I do want to add one more, right? And I want to add one more card and just kind of seeing it as the energy as a whole, right? So we see what we want to work in, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the Earthbound deck and we're just going to shuffle it and we're going to grab one card, and that's kind of like what we want to focus on, the energy that we want to focus, or what we want to work on, or just let's just kind of see this as the community card here of the week, like the general energy of this coming week. And we see labor. Now, when we see labor, I love this because if you've been following the cards of the day on Instagram and Facebook, there's a message there that's on repeat. If you made it far, and if you've been working your butt off in something, but you're just seeing that it's not coming to fruition how we want, Do not allow those expectations and that ego to get in the way. You stay in your lane, keep working on what you want, because the fruit of your labor is coming soon. This is just a time to be patient, only because we have an expectation of when this should happen, and it hasn't happened yet, right? So I would say the energy for this coming week is being patient and not giving up, right? So I hope that you guys have an amazing week. I cannot wait to see your comments. I love when you guys leave me comments. I love when you guys share. If you like it, just subscribe. I know you guys have been asking for more videos. I do want to make more videos for you guys. We're really, really busy in the shop, which is amazing. But I also want to, have chats with you guys and just do videos of different things. So if you guys have an idea of what kind of videos you guys want to see, feel free to message me. Feel free to leave them in the comments. And I will see you again next weekend. So lots of love and light to you all. I love you and blessed be. Bye-bye.